In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. Oh yeah, yeah. Did you guys like my warm up? Oh, it is so necessary to step away, to get your mind right, to recharge, to fill your soul back up, to put yourself first. That may be if you're anything like myself, if you consider yourself empathetic, an empath, if you've identified entirely with that notion, you know how hard it can be to prioritize yourself and look after your own needs. And I'm here to encourage you to do so more often. It's okay to step away. It's okay to say no. It's okay to say back up, Barbie, and show others your little Uzi. Not really, I'm not promoting violence, but if anyone is coming at you sideways, no, you have every right to slide tackle that uncle brother. But, all that being said, don't even know why I went on that tangent. Um, Welcome in. Today's message is about the phrase, what do you want? What do you want? Keeps coming to mind. I think Jesus asked that multiple times in the Bible. I know he asked it in particular to the blind man, but I'm sure there's other instances. What do you want? Did he do that with Lazarus? Whenever he came back and the ladies were weeping? I don't know. But particular with the blind man, I know. He asked him, what do you want? And that parable is so profound, especially for me right now, because it's about removing the mask, removing the lens of lack. I know in The Alchemist, got that book right there. Is it The Alchemist? Richest Man in Babylon, excuse me, where they talk about the yellow stone. And it's all about having the perspective lens shift from lack to gain. Or in The Matrix, more modern representation is the scene where the oracle or the little boy, is the oracle the little boy or is it the woman on the bench or is it both? Anyway, focus, Zach. When the boy, he goes to visit the oracle and the boy tells him there's no spoon, when he's getting him to try and bend the spoon, right? And that spoon, in my opinion, is the representation of obstacles, is the representation of reality, right? Lots of times I found myself not pursuing my dreams, my passions, my wants and desires because it's not real. It's not real life. Reality was the response I got, whether explicitly said or implicitly implied. Does that make sense? So, pretty much, I'm giving you this message is about removing those limitations, those perceptions that we can't have what we truly want. And I don't feel so much that I need to get into detail on why or where those perceptions came from, but just simply the practice on removing them. It is helpful to know their origin and the truth of the situation, because once you know the truth, you can act accordingly. And a lot of times, those limitations are pervasive because the truth has not been spoken yet. So, okay, maybe I do need to get into the details. Devil's in the details, right? And we're going to weed that little bitch out. So, here we go. Good Lord. Lack of direction, lack of satisfaction in your life is often a inherited wound around worthiness, or at least in my experience it was because I personally feel like I don't have to go back there anymore and heal that part of myself because it's been acknowledged. All that's being required right now is to step into the new program. And how do you do that? One, fill yourself up. If you're feeling like a lack of inspiration, a lack of motivation, there have been others that have come before us to show us the way, and it is so good to be able to rely on some of those resources. And one of my favorite is Marion Williamson. I've been riding with Marion for at least 2 years now, and her prayer book, Illuminata, has been a staple for me. I've gone back to it many, many times. And it's one of those books you can just open roulette style, but I already did that behind the scenes, so we're going to go to what came out to me this morning. Dear God, deliver me to my passion, deliver me to my brilliance, deliver me to my intelligence, deliver me to my depth, deliver me to my nobility, deliver me to my beauty, deliver me to my power to heal, deliver me to you. Amen. Little rituals like that, little prayers, are the seed planting. Don't underestimate the power of prayer. Don't underestimate the power of intention. It all starts from within first. No spoon. Once you remove the idea that you are somehow apart, distant from your dreams and desires, or if you're just used to putting them on the back burner and like, when I'm retired, right? Or if you say things like living the dream, but a lot of that in my experience was said with some sadistic air about it, like, obviously not living the dream, the reality sucks, right? Is the actual message behind that. I'm here to flip that script, or help flip that script, because that's not how it has to be. It is what it is till it ain't, brother or sister. The power is in the pen. You have the authority to rewrite the narrative that goes on and step into a new reality every damn day. You don't have to wait anymore. You don't have to do more healing. That's what I mean by I didn't really want to focus on going back to the past. Like, if you found this message and you're still here, guaranteed you have done the shadow work, you have done the healing, you have done the reparenting, you have done the necessary foundational work in order to set yourself up to experience a new reality. Confirmation burp. Every time I hear another reader say that, I think of that video, that YouTube short, where the auntie or mom is laying on the bed and she rips ass and goes, "Whoops, I made it smelly." And the little kid goes, "Nah, you shit your pants." I don't know why that came up. If you don't laugh, you cry. That phrase kind of coming to mind. So, if you are going through dire situations, I am a big promoter of crying. Crying is the biggest way. So, okay, I guess phase number 2. Phase number 1 was like, fill yourself up with those who have come before, with intentions and prayers. And then 2, where was I going with that? If you don't laugh, you cry. Oh yeah, crying is actually one of the greatest transmuters of emotion, of pain, of joy. I cry I cry a fair amount, to be honest, and it's good. Like, I think a lot of us are constipated. This is how in my experience, I've gotten stuck, is a repression of my own emotional experience. And yes, that does have to do with the environment I grew up in, just like dismissed on so many different levels. It was vile. And I think that's more common than actually talked about, which I have a feeling that's why I'm here, to expose that shit. Devil's in the details. Weeding out that little. Said it before. Anyway, all of that to say, give yourself permission to play. Give yourself, endorse your own endeavors. Ugh. Really, this is all about instilling belief in yourself. God will not put, like, if you have a dream, a desire that, like, lights you up, and then it's quickly cut off at the knees or swept away by logic, by doubt, by reason that says, like, again, maybe when I'm retired, maybe one day. Do not do that to yourself. Instead, build on that. Write down your success story. I guess that's prompt number 3 of practical steps you can take, is to write down your desires without suspicion, without what's the S word I'm looking for? Don't hold back. Like, suspend disbelief. There we go. Thank you, Spirit. Suspend disbelief and allow yourself to really simmer in that sauce of feeling excited. You want your own place. You want land. You want horses. you want to be able to raise sheep. That's definitely a dream of mine. Whatever it is, you know what I mean? Like, whatever lights you up, allow yourself to bask in it. Allow yourself to daydream. Because that's how it all starts. Permission to pursue your passions. Give that to yourself today and every day from here on out. And when doubt comes up, know that that's just an old program running its course. Like, it doesn't ever, whenever I heal, interesting. Whenever I hear phrases like I've outgrown that, or that's not me anymore, it comes with like a sense of like, oh, I don't even deal with those thoughts anymore. For me, that hasn't been my experience. Like, those same thoughts and feelings come up and experiences of like doubt and disappointment and delay and all of that. It's just how I now face it and deal with it. And that's the change. That's how you know you're moving on, is that you don't have the same reaction, right? You're choosing responses now. Because again, once you know better, you do better. Once you see the problem and you see the truth, you can act accordingly. So when those doubts come up, you don't need to violently push them off as like they're invaders, although sometimes that is the right call. Greatest journaling prompt. Oh my god, I'm giving y'all so many plugs today. Greatest journaling prompt I've ever worked with. This came from the Enneagram. So if you want to do a deep dive, if you want to do a deep dive, if you're stuck in a phase of like, I don't know who I am or what I want, study the Enneagram. Because it helps you remove those fogs, those layers of perceptions that the spoon. It helps you remove the spoon, okay? Go study the Enneagram. That's your homework. But one of the journaling prompts, I can't remember which book it was from, while studying the Enneagram, told me, instead of like letting those old programs run, bring them to the forefront and say, I see you, name it, right? Whatever's coming up. I see you, disappointment. I see that you're feeling unsatisfied with your life. I see that you're getting exhausted and that you're tired of trying and it not working out. Ooh. What is the next part? I see you. Uh-oh. Am I forgetting it? No, there's two more parts. Just acknowledging it and then understanding the underlying need that needs to be met. So I see you. I understand that you have a need to be seen and recognized and validated, right? And then the third and final part is to reprogram, to reparent, to jump in and provide yourself the healing that you need. So I see you, I understand, and something along the lines of like, I got you. This is how we're going to take action to rectify that disappointment. We're going to not give up, but we're going to become more refined and with our intentions and our dreams and desires. Um, Knowing what you don't want, having those failures, having those experiences clarifies and hones in even more precisely on what you do want. So be grateful for it all. I know that's a very hard practice to do, especially if you're just used to not having things go your way. But know the tables always turn, and it's time for it to go in your favor. I hope this message was helpful. Do I want to close off with more Marion? Ooh. No, that's too long. Is it? Is it though? Prayer for deliverance. Goddamn. Alright, I'm gonna have to bring this one to the forefront. It's good. So, if you've had enough, thank you for being here. But if you wanna start your day or end your day with one of the greatest prayers that I have worked with thus far, let's dive in. Prayers for deliverance. Dear God, I desire to help create a new context for human work and wealth in which all people might prosper, in which all poverty might disappear, in which all of us might achieve as you would have us achieve, and give to others as you would have us give. Let the illusion that holds us back, dear God, as individuals and as a society now disappear. Let me have new energy. Let me say that one again. Let me have new energy. Let me have a new sense of purpose. Let me know that I am on this earth to serve. Let me not feel guilty about the expression of my power. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Hold on. Lord have mercy. Told you I'd cry. Can you see? Whatever. Let me not feel guilty about the expression of my power. Let me no longer play small, regardless of other people's reactions to me when I play big. Fuck. Fuck. That one. Marianne Williamson, man, she's got the goods. Let me no longer play small, regardless of other people's reactions to me when I play big. Oof. I'm willing to receive an expanded set of options that you, dear God, might work miracles in my life, that you might cast out all negative and limited conditions of this world. May I receive a future unlike the past, for myself and for others. For now, I open my mind to possibilities I have not dreamed of, to forces of life I have not allowed in, into realms of joy I have hardly imagined. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, it's hitting. It's hitting. I let go. I release everything that blocks me in this endeavor, from my past, from my present, from my future. May I awaken from the dream of my inadequate self. Oh my God. What a way to start the day or end the day. I love you guys. Amen. I'll catch you next time.